Christen Pratt.
As an athlete, I've learned that all of the challenges that happen on the field mirror the challenges that happen off the field. And the tools that we're learning as we're picking up small parts of the game help us cope with the things that we are going to be thrown at in life.
One of the most impressive things about Christen is that she's not only a footballer, she's not only a soccer player, she takes so much more of the game into mind. I mean, I very rarely see people who work more on their side of the game outside of practice than she does.
I'm born and raised in California, so I can't help but love the sun and I love the ocean. I have 2 sisters and I'm the middle of 3. And I think that family is a big part of my youth career. In middle school and the beginning of high school, I was playing a lot of sports, but I think I realized that this was my sport towards the end of high school when I started thinking about college. I think playing at Stanford for 4 years in college really opened my eyes to the idea of being a professional athlete. And I think that American college experience is really unique in that it's so professional. So I think that it's really the closest opportunity that young players have to get to the environment that we are here with the national team. My reaction when I first started playing with the national team was so much joy. At that point, I had already played a year in the WPS and then moved abroad to Sweden. And I'm pretty sure I smiled the entire, 20-hour flight from Sweden into camp and the entire 20-hour flight out.
Christen has come in, done her role. She's been over in Sweden and played in the European League, and I think that that's helped her, not only her confidence, but her touches on the ball, her finishing.
She's got these predatory instincts that no matter who she's playing against, whether it's at club level or international level, she always scores goals.
She's quick, she's smart, she can play great ball, she can pop back into the midfield. All around, Christen's a great player.
As a soccer player, I would want people to remember me as a finisher, as composed and as confident. I'm usually the highest player on the field and I sneak around the goal a lot. I'm an attacker, true attacker.
It's exciting to see the way that some of these players have grown. Christen Pratt, Sydney Leroux, these players have stepped up when they needed to. Alex has been injured quite a bit this year. We needed somebody to step into their place, and not only did she step in, but she thrives, and that's what you want to see from a younger player hoping to make, World Cup roster.
If I am chosen for the World Cup, I think it'll be a dream come true, of course. It's been 25 years that I've been looking towards this goal, and if I have the opportunity to represent the United States in a major tournament, it would be a huge honor.
Christen Pratt's a very promising young player. Now, Leslie, where do you see her fitting in with this U.S. team?
I think she's going to be important down the road. She's so impressive. She works so hard. She's a goal scorer, and she works at it. She's fast. She goes to goal, and she sets other teammates up. It's strong. It's going to be a strong addition to the lineup, and I think she has a strong future ahead of her.
I just like her attributes. I mean, you listen to her teammates talk about her. That's kind of the way we used to talk about Mia Hamm when she was very young. I'm not putting her there yet, but I will say this. She reminds me a lot of her, and her work ethic, that smile, personality, love it.
Very positive, and I know the U.S. will definitely want to use her coming up after the break.